Hi folks, so it's Stoma Day today. I've been like half excited about this and half quite nervous because I kind of feel a bit naked showing off my stoma, but for the purposes of education, I'm assuming that the value of it's going to be worth it, so that you'll get a better understanding of what it is and how you care for it, and as the title of the video said, the good, the bad and the ugly. So the first couple of days after your stoma's fitted, I guess, or appears, the nurses do all the care for you, and then within a couple of days, once you start being a bit more compos mentis, you get given one of these little packs, and they want you to start taking responsibility for looking after it for yourself through time while you're still dealing with everything emotionally. So I thought I'd take you through the pack, give you a little view of the stoma from a distance, and I'll get one of the bags put on as well so you can see, and then if anybody's got any questions you can let me know and I'll do a follow-up video. So this is my little pack. There's 4 main parts to it, I guess. You get these little white dry wipes. This is for cleaning your stoma and all the area around the stoma, basically once you're changing bags. You get these little black bags which are basically identical to the dog poo bags, so any waste that you get in terms of the bags and stuff, you put in these and then put them in the bin. This is one of the Stoma bags. So you get 2 different kinds. This is the kind that I'm on just now, which is drainable ones, which, as you can see, I'll show you when I fit my one later on, but basically there's a hole at the bottom which allows you to empty it during the day, and I'll show you how it ties up and stuff later. And this is the area that kind of adheses to your skin, so I'll show you that in a sec. So this is the drainable ones and this is the non-drainable ones. The reason for the drainable ones is in the early days you maybe don't know what your routine is, your stoma's still recovering, your bowels are still recovering, because they're very sensitive and it takes months for them to settle back down again. And then if you make any dietary changes, or you start drinking a lot more or not drinking as much, or you're taking new medication, obviously all that stuff can impact what your stools are like as well. So I think I must be in my 9th week since my operation. I'm still using drainable ones for the time being, just because that's what I prefer just now. There may come a point where I'll move on to these ones, and basically that'll be where your bowels are into the normal habit where you'd maybe only go once a day, and once you've been, you empty the bag, you remove the bag and put a new one on, and then that's you got a fresh one on, hopefully fresh and not got anything in it for the rest of the day. But mine's is still doesn't have a routine or a rhythm just now. So these are the Stoma bags, and then you get this adhesive spray as well, and it's just this area here. Once you peel it off, you'll see this bit here's the adhesive. It sticks onto you and it can hurt basically to pull it off your skin when you're changing it. So this medical adhesive remover makes it much easier. It soaks through and just makes it much easier to peel off and much less painful. So that's the adhesive spray. That's a godsend. So what you do with the circular bits, this is your measuring guide. So we get little charts. I don't know if I've actually got any, maybe, yeah. These are stoma hole sizes. So you basically, every now and again, just check your stoma size. So the reason that it can change is when you first have your operation, the large intestine can be a bit purple and brown and bruised and swollen. And obviously it's been stitched to your skin, which can be inflamed as well. So the stoma hole can be quite significantly larger than it's supposed to be. And then as you begin to heal and the bowel recovers, it starts to shrink. So my stoma hole was 4.5 to 5 centimetres ish across when I first had my operation, and it really, oh man, it was ugly. It was purple and brown, and it gave me the heave every time I looked at it. And as I've recovered, both from an intestines point of view and you know, the stitches, it's shrunk quite significantly. So mine kind of sits about 3.5 centimetres across at the moment. And so you just basically have to cut your size. Once it's settled down and it's stopped shrinking, then I might be able to get pre-cut ones, so I won't need to cut them all the time myself. But I'm just sticking with it at the moment until I've probably had another month or so, just to make sure that it doesn't shrink again. So basically all you do is you use the scissors that they provided, the medical, good for left and right, as I discovered. You just cut the hole that you need, the right size, and it looks like this. So this bit peels off, sticks to the skin, and then this flappy bit, I'll show you that in a second. So that's the kit basically. Any questions, give me a shout. I'll show you the stoma now. So yeah, you see, so my scar's pretty big. There was 70 staples in it, and then the stoma itself. So the large intestine doesn't have nerve endings in them, so this can be touched and I can't feel it. It's in constant movement, so it's constantly contracting all the time, and I think it's looking pretty good. It's still a little bit pink around the edges where the stitches have healed. That's from the side. It's sticking out a little bit just now because it's quite warm, but it pulls itself in as well. Sometimes when it's all clean and it's all sucked in and it's small, I think it kind of looks quite cute. So anyway, I'll change the bag just so you can see. So you just pull the adhesive off. I've already cut the size here, and then you just do this, and then you have to do this so that the warmth of your hand helps the adhesive. And it's better for me to do it standing, so it's all stretched, because if I do it in a sit, it's all bunched together, and when I stand up it's tight. So I always do it standing. There we go, almost covered. And then this little flappy bit just goes like this. And that's me. When I need to empty it, you just undo the Velcro bit, do this, and then that's you. And then once you've finished, you just give it a clean and a wipe, and do that, and then that's me. So, yeah, that's the stoma. Some people have asked if I've given it a name and stuff. No, I haven't. I was referring to it as it for quite a long time because I felt like I have no control over it. It just does its own thing. And because of that, it sometimes feels like it's sort of separate to my body. But I've got a friend, an oval friend, who's Cornwall loving, gin drinking, Dawn. She's asked me a few times if I've called it anything because I think one of her buddies, his is called Fred. So I was thinking about it this morning, and the only name that I could come up with, maybe you can let me know what you think, is Marmite. And the reason for that is that was how I described my relationship to it for the first couple of months, because most of the time I hate it, but sometimes I kind of think it's cool, and sometimes I love it, and my mind is a bit blown at what medical science and what our bodies are capable of adapting to. So it kind of feels appropriate to maybe do that as a name, but I don't know, we'll see. So that's the stoma. Any questions, give me a shout. And if you want like a serious close-up to see it contracting, let me know and I'll try and catch it when it's behaving itself. I think a miracle occurred this morning. I literally been waiting to do this video for an hour uncovered, and I don't think it's been as quiet before in mornings before. So you were lucky. It must have known it was going on show today. So yeah, that's it. Hope that was interesting. See you next time.